Shalom, brothers and sisters. Now, if you're on Telegram on the account, you will have seen and heard a lot of this information already. This is mainly for those who are not there. The US is going to war in the Middle East. We are on the precipice of a major regional war in the Middle East, and the US military is getting involved. This war is just limited to a fight between Israel and Hamas. There would be no need for the US military. But even though the IDF can handle Hamas directly, Hezbollah is another matter entirely. Hezbollah possesses an extremely powerful military, and they have an arsenal of 130,000 missiles ready to be fired at Israel. If Hezbollah enters the war and starts firing thousands upon thousands of missiles, the US will have to take action. The Iron Dome definitely won't be able to manage that. Unfortunately, we are already dangerously close to this point. Even though Hezbollah has not formally entered the war, clashes on the northern border have been happening for 4 days in a row. So they've entered the war. The leader of a prominent Iranian-backed militia in Iraq threatens to attack American bases in retaliation if the US intervenes in the war between Hamas and Israel in Gaza. Our missiles, drones, and special forces are ready to direct qualitative strikes at the American enemy in its bases and disrupt its interests if it intervenes in this battle, Ahmad Abu Hussein, the head of the Kataib Hezbollah militia, said. The United States and allied countries through back channels have reportedly been issuing direct warnings to Hezbollah against them escalating and probably joining the Israel-Hamas war. However, so far senior Biden admin officials do not believe that Hezbollah is planning to join the war, but that could always change. They don't have to believe it. They also don't believe Iran was involved. Iran was involved. Hezbollah is already in the war. They have been trading shots for the last 4 days. That means even though they haven't said, we declare war, they're in it. Russia is in the war in Ukraine. He's never declared war. It's a special military operation. So is he or is he not at war in Ukraine? He is. Same with Hezbollah. And you know what? It is an overwhelming thing, and they have a lot of missiles. There's 2 extra Iron Dome batteries sitting in America that they bought a while back that they could always give back to Israel to give added defense. So there's that, but I don't know what's happening with that request. I remember that in the 6-day war, God worked so many miracles that when they chased after the enemy had jumped out of their tanks and run away from Israel. They ran so hard, they threw their weapons down, and they ran out of their boots. They found the empty boots of soldiers had run so hard that they'd lost their boots, fleeing before Israel. That was only God that was really intervening in that situation. So I'm not worried or stressed. No matter how many missiles they've got to flow and use, and how many fighters they want to put in, or how many tanks they want to bring, or what Iran's got to say, or what Putin is threatening when he's not writing love letters to Kim, it means nothing to me. God made a promise that Israel would be there at the end. And there's a special time period that is about to happen called Daniel's 70th week. Jacob's trouble, 7 years ahead. They are here for that period because it is about them. So for at least another 3.5 years, they're in that land before they need to flee. So Israel's going to get through this. It just is horrifying to watch, and it is difficult to listen to and to hear and see what is happening to them. Our hearts shatter when we see and experience what is going on right now. But God, and we pray. Keep looking up. Shalom.